AJ,
Hey, it's definitely Wednesday when things like this happen.
yeah,
We're
technical
halfway to
uh,
the
technical
weekend,
gremlins. So,
right?
so welcome back to Conversations, Hacky Music
Yes,
Conversations. I'm
that's right.
John. This is
Wednesday.
this is AJ.
Hey, you got to spice things up a little bit.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, I think we got our technical gremlins sorted.
All right, sounds good.
Good. So yeah,
Let's
you
jump.
let's talk about super songs.
Yes.
Kind of recap. So super songs. Came out of 8 or 9 meetings and co-venture deals with publishers and record labels, um, where I learned some things. I learned about the songs not to write, how you kind of put some tracks down and really protect your writing time. I learned that one type of song generates 80% of revenue for publishers and record labels, which is an important data point to understand, especially as our time is really valuable as writers and entrepreneurs. Um, it's the idea of building your song in the right neighborhood. You want to build it in the neighborhood that it's going to be accretive and grow and have a successful revenue generating life. Um, so that's kind of the idea behind super songs, and there's a whole module in the training of the 12 training modules. Super songs is one of them. So this is just a bit out of that module.
Yeah, that's an exciting module. There's so much to learn in that module. That's why I think it was one of my favorites.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's maybe the most musical.
Right.
You know, the other modules are less directly related to the creation of music, but this is important because it really saves you time and effort in not writing songs that are non-starters.
It's right. If I had known this years ago, John, I probably would have saved a lot of time and
Well, yeah, I mean,
yeah,
in the '90s, we spent a decade producing records, and each slot on that record is an expensive record. Whether you're making an EP now or singles, same idea holds true. It's each recording is an expensive commitment. So you want to really keep good songs off those great recordings. This is helpful. We use it every day. Uh, the we learned it from kind of two people. The artist that sold outsold the Beatles, his name uh, Garth Brooks, and from Sony Music Publishing, the head of Sony Publishing. So let's take a look at that graphic.
okay, sounds good.
If we can get the technology gremlins to behave here. Um, so this is the chaos graphic. You have at the top you have crazy where artists try to write every song on the planet, everything that
Yeah.
comes out of them. And the super song module really helps you to move down to the bottom to where you're more focused, investing your time in the songs that have a path forward. Um, so this is the song stickiness matrix. This is from the book and from the training. And just real quick, a run around the bases. Quadrant, we have time and place. Time on the left and place on the bottom. So time is tempo. You have down tempo songs on the bottom and higher tempo songs on the top. Um, then you have place. Place is where the song sits. Does the song sit only for you in you as an artist? Does it only matter to you? Or does it sit in a universal place where thousands of people get that song and can step into that song, that mini movie that you're creating, and touch a universal larger amount of people? So, time on the left, place on the bottom. And quadrant one is kind of the quadrant of death. It's down tempo personal. It means a lot to you. It's a ballad, and it doesn't really connect with anybody else. A bad place to write your songs and to build your songs. Up from there is Q2, up tempo but still hyper personal. Um, these songs may be cool, but they don't really get an audience because they're just kind of tethered to you alone.
Okay.
Moving to Q3, you have a universal theme, a place. Everybody gets it, but it's still a ballad. So this is, you want to be on the right side of this matrix. So, and then Q4 is kind of the super song quadrant.
And
This
that's the theme that everybody that can it's a relatable theme. That's what,
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. It not only relates to you, but now it relates to um, everybody. Where you look
Yeah.
at small town girl living in a lonely world, took the midnight train, going anywhere.
Yeah.
Everybody gets in on that. It's not just for
Yeah.
Steve Perry and Neil Sean. It's for you. It's for me. It's for your grandparents, grandkids, right? Um, so quadrant four is the super song quadrant. This is where 80% of the revenue comes from for one of the largest publishing companies in the world. These are up tempo universal themes. They're high energy, but everybody can connect to them. There's a way for the audience to step into those songs. Um, so this is the Super Song Matrix. We go much deeper in the training group that we do, but this is a really helpful way to really ask yourself: is the song I'm about to write, is where does it fall here? Am I writing it just for me, or am I writing it for an audience to where it can potentially one day generate, be up in Q4 and generate 80% of the revenue for you? So it's an important tool. It helps
Yeah.
you um, understand the songs to write, and more importantly, the songs not to write.
It's a
So,
complete mind shift. I know it was a mind shift for me because what I did was I took all the songs that I recorded and put them in the graph that you have
right.
there. And
And
it's
that's what we
amazing.
do. That's what
It's
we
a
do in the
reality
train.
check. Yeah. And it
What's
really
that?
is. It's a reality check. It was a reality check for me. And
It's it's a
it,
sobering way to go, okay, that's why those songs kind of floundered, because they only matter to me. And
right.
that's okay if you're a developing writer, you want to write those songs. But the sooner you can graduate out of developing gear to deploying and dominating gear, you want to make that graduation sooner rather
Yeah.
than later. Um, so yeah, that's just kind of a quick slice out of the Super Song module. We go much deeper in the training, as you know, but that's kind of a quick and
Yeah, it's
dirty way to
exciting.
help some people today on the conversation.
Yeah, and we have something coming up in July.
Yeah,
Hacking
that's
Music.
right. That's
Yep.
right.
Our
Uh,
7 day challenge,
yeah, you want to?
touching on in more depth what we're talking about today and the other conversations that we've had. It starts July 5th. The link is on the bottom to save your spot. And we have some incredible guests coming on board. John, you want to talk about them a little bit?
Yeah, yeah. So Hacky Music X is kind of a break from the private training group that we just finished. And what we're doing is 7 days to where we're just helping people globally for free. It's no charge to artists. Our mission is to replace the great artists who have lost with the next generation of healthier, more successful artists. Um, so we're going to have a training session in the morning. We don't have speakers. We have trainers. So the idea is to build into artists, make them better rather than to float our ego. Um,
Great,
so
great.
we're going to be training in the morning, and then we're going to take a break and do some Q&A breakout stuff, and then we're going to have a guest trainer um, after that. And we have Rodney Jerkins, who produced Michael Jackson, Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, Madonna, bunch of artists. Um, he's going to be talking about kind of what he learned from Michael Jackson and
Wow,
Prince, as a producer.
awesome.
Pinky Gonzalez is going to be joining us, who's run digital campaigns for many great artists: Kanye West, Kelly Clarkson, Keith Urban, etc. So it's going to be a great event. It's starting July 5th, going to July 13th, and we've signups are
We
going
still
great.
great. So we have some spots left.
We have some spots left. You can check the links below. They should be down there. And if this is something that resonates with you, you're kind of tired of the bullshit, tired of the big egos, tired of getting spammed with email, you might want to jump into the hacking music tribe. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm glad I did. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Yeah. And maybe next week, I'd love to hear from you on our conversations here, just like what your top three takeaways, like what resonated
Okay,
and kind of hit you the most. Maybe
great.
next week we can talk about that.
Okay, that sounds great. Thank you.
Yeah,
And thanks for having me here, John. This has always been a
absolutely, absolutely. We love this, and we love strengthening artists. So this is just part of our day. Yeah,
so we will see you next week.
yeah, yeah. Let's talk about that. I think the schedules are going to align. I think we should be able to be back on
Okay.
next week. So yeah.
All right, John. Well, have a great weekend and thank you everyone for joining us.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon.
Bye.